Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
2nd and 5. The slot man in motion right. Again, it's Bell. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Now a first down carry by Bell, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Eight yards to go here on 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So let's take a look here at the key inactives. And, Charles, I guess you get this late in the year, you expect to see some guys populating on this list.
You're exactly right. No one's happy about it, but it really shouldn't be a surprise. So the guys who are playing in their spots, in their stead, they have to step up now and make big plays for their team.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great. 3rd down to bring up 4th. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Deshaun Kaiser, the former Notre Dame man, will lead his troops onto the field.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say, that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won. And right away, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice for such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, you don't. Do I ever?
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down following the incompletion.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon. He got 29 yards that time. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The numbers a week ago for Johnson. 19 carries, 90 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and downfield.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to go up top, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left. To throw here, Roethlisberger. James has it. A very solid gain of 27. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act to this first quarter. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. And it's the Steelers with the early lead. More from the Steel City coming up after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Xavier Grimble, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's Josh Gordon as he heads back out there now. Unless he has a Julio Jones-type 300-yard game in him that Julio did against the Panthers in 2016, probably not going to reach 1,000, but still pretty good year.
I think you're right. It's a pretty good year for him, but let's face it, every receiver's dream is to have a game like Julio Jones had against the Carolina Panthers. 300 yards on the nose, and it didn't matter what coverage they sent his way. He solved it each and every time. Maybe our guy can get that way in this ballgame. Let's see.
Here's Kaiser. Screenplay, Johnson. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit him over the top.
Kaiser from the gun on third. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Carl Nassib in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And incomplete here on third down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. A busy final day for you coming up in the NFL. Final day of the year as well. 11 other games going on as we speak. And then coming up later this afternoon, 2 games each from the AFC West and NFC West, all kicking off at the same time. Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Cardinals, Seahawks, Niners, Rams.
Loving it. Loving it.
And then that's it for the 2017 regular season. It'll be Happy New Year time. And Charles, you going to dust off Auld Lang Syne for us tonight?
Meet me at midnight, baby. You'll find out.
Hard pass. A first down carry here for Johnson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
Going for a pass. Offense.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
That's right, that's right.
the penalty. It's Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
This is taken around the 12. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And an update now from down in Baltimore. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Hits his target, Hunter. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Roethlisberger will throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Following the interception, Kaiser to the right side and complete to Njoku. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second down, Kaiser. That's Njoku over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's go!
Kaiser on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this from the parking lot, from an even 70 yards out. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Steelers are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Browns won't panic either. They know they just need to take it 1 play at a time. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 1st and 10. The pass ends up being picked off. Burns is in position, and he's the one who comes away with the ball. After the INT, offense comes out now. Roethlisberger's on target here. He caps off the 7-play drive with the score. The lead now at 17.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go.
They go to Johnson again. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. On 3rd down, Kaiser. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And Frank's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Well, let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So they'll put Bryant in motion left. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And an update now from down in Baltimore. Here's Jordan Berry now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he is knocked down from the side, right at the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
David Njoku was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
A 2nd down throw now for Kaiser. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Tyson Alualu coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you're facing intentional grounding call.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Fourth down, Kaiser, desperation time. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And no, it's incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up as they try and bleed it out.
Here's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A Steeler first down, Roethlisberger to Bryant.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take him look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. A give to Bell. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. On the give, this is their fullback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Now Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They'll run it with Bell. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. Call it a gain of 3, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And it's hauled in by Rodgers for a Steeler touchdown. Eli Rodgers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Around the NFL, 4th quarter right now in Atlanta. And the Falcons sort of opening things up there. Matt Ryan, good game throwing the ball, over 300 passing yards. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it, teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Steelers, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Browns, this loss will be the capper to a dismal 4-12 campaign. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
Way to go, Steelers.